Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the audio edition because I don't do video, at least moving video on a screen. What that does is distract you. You are distracted enough. That is the number one weapon being used against all of us. Distraction. Ooh, look, we got this war going on here. Ooh, we got this pandemic going on here. Ooh, we got this, we got this, we got this. Oh, man, it's all over the place. That distracts you. That's what it's intended to do. What we're focusing on is the polar opposite, 180 degrees. We want to get you to manifest. That means you need focus. That means you need intention. That means you need imagination. All of that means that you really have to pull it together. Get the side crap that they're throwing at you 24/7, 365. Get that off the page. Now, that doesn't mean running away from what's going on in the world. Doesn't mean that. It means having selective vision, deciding what is your target, what do you want, what are you going to focus on, what do you want to manifest. So, that's the point. And my job, my main job, more than getting you to like me and subscribe and all those other fartsy things that mass media and social media have turned into. Like me, like me, like me, like me. It's good. It's great. If you do, that makes it nice for me, makes it comfortable. But that's not essential. What's essential for me is to inspire you. Rule number one for me is to inspire you to manifest, to help start create a better life. You got a hell of a job ahead of you. All of us do. Like I said, they are out to conflate and confuse to the point where either you're dizzy and you don't know which end is up, or you give up. Don't do either. Manifest, focus. So let's get to it. The middle card is always the oracle card. It's the overall feeling of the reading, and it's peace today. Peace. Ooh. That's very powerful stuff. Doesn't seem like much. And if you're a shallow thinker, it just goes right over your head. If you have any depth to thought, you realize that peace may be the single most important thing you want out of your life. Peace. Wow. Isn't that nice? The boxer Mike Tyson said that was the most peaceful time in his life when he went broke. Finally went broke. There was nobody hanging on to him. Nobody wanted him for anything. There was real peace, real serenity in his life because he was able to tune into him and not get sidetracked by all the distractions. Peace is the most important thing in anybody's life. If you have peace, you can build a lot from there. If you have no peace, you got nothing. I don't care if you're worth multi trillions of dollars. If you have no peace, you got nothing. So that is the overriding feeling in today's reading, going for peace. And the numbers up in the right-hand corner are 23. 2, of course, is making a decision. 3 is manifesting. It's aligning your mind, body, spirit. In tarot reading for manifestation, I do a different thing than other tarot readers. Very often the letter 3 is a third party involved in a romantic relationship. No, the 3 is you, mind, body, spirit. Line them up and make a decision to do that with the 2. Because what you're looking for is change. The 2 and 3 together equal 5. 5 is change. It's also uncertainty. Because until you make that change, and even when you do, you don't know what the hell's coming up next. Okay, so I did this. What's going to happen now? So it's a little uncomfortable. But remember, we're working towards peace. And peace, frankly, for a lot of people with the way we live, if I could misuse the term live, the way we exist, peace is not a part of our lives. So what we're looking at is serenity. Okay, how do you begin? In times like this, you begin by getting rid of fear. Quit being afraid. That's their tool. That's why they confuse you and conflate and just throw stuff at you left and right and center. And it's always because you're afraid. They want to make you safe. They're going to make you safe. They're going to make you safe. They're going to make you safe. That's the sales pitch, but it's a lie. Ben Franklin said that if you give up your freedom for security, for safety, you don't deserve either. And he was absolutely right. So the meme for today is life begins where fear ends. You want peace, you want serenity, you're going to have to fight for it. Given the circumstances, it's not going to be easy. Like I said, we were looking at the card and you had that 23, which can equal a 5. Well, it means you have to change. You feel that it's got to be different. You know, you can feel it in your gut. But making that change is a little scary, is a little fearful. It's like, let's say, for example, that you hop in your car and you go someplace. And you've always gone from point A to point B the same way, every time. Far back as you can remember, A to B, A to B, A to B. This time, for whatever reason, you go, okay, let me try going from A to C to D to E to F, and then I'll go back to C. Now, you can look at it as an adventure, but even then, there's an element of fear, uncertainty, because you haven't done this before. Life begins where fear ends. Let's begin. Let's go after the peace. We begin at a great spot. All the way to the left, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is something or someone from your past. There's an emotional attachment. It is a strong attachment. But something about that place, that person, that feeling makes you feel peaceful. A better time. It was a better time. Well, maybe your vision didn't see everything, so yeah, it appeared to be a better time, but that's what you need now. You need that feeling, that life experience, that person, whatever elicits that feeling of peace, of serenity, being connected. That's what you want. 6 of Cups. And then after that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is destiny. It's a turning point. Doesn't mean things are going to get better or worse. Doesn't indicate that at all. It just means a time of transition, a time of awakening, a turning point. That point where you go, you know what, instead of going from A to B to C, I think I'm going to change my route. That's what this time is. It's a time of saying, I could change things up here a little bit. I could choose not to be afraid and to let my real, authentic life begin to surface. And what guides you is that feeling from the past, your memory. That's what takes you. Now, you are thinking of changing. This is the next card up here. It's the Chariot, and it is in reverse, meaning you haven't done it yet. You see he's on a chariot. But you're thinking about it. Already it's percolating. You say, you know, I can make it this way in my life, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not engaging. There's no enthusiasm. I want a life where I feel connected. I want a life that's peaceful, where I can connect with myself and all that around me. Do that positive juju thing, right? You haven't gotten there yet, but you're thinking about it. So your numbers, the 6 of Cups, reaching back to the past to something that was very pleasant, very inspiring, very peaceful. This is the time for you to do it. This is the time for you to start to make that journey, to live a life without fear. But you got to make the decision. And you got to make the decision, 2 of Cups, in terms of what's best for you. Don't pay attention to what society says. Don't pay attention to what your friends or family say. What does your spirit resonate with? Where do you find that peaceful sense? Where can you tune into serenity? Because that's what you're looking at. Now, that doesn't mean your life's going to be perfect. Okay, let's get that straight. Not going to be perfect. Life is a 4-letter word. It ain't perfect. But you know what I mean. That sense of connection, that sense of belonging, that sense of being a human being. That's peace, that's serenity. So that wraps up the reading for today. On that note, see you again tomorrow, hopefully. If not, between now and the next time we get together and talk tarot, peace and blessings.